I'm from West Virginia originally. Anybody here from West Virginia? How's Dad? Yeah, you know. Actually, most people don't raise their hand. It's weird. I gave a talk in West Virginia. Nobody raised their hand. I don't know why that is. Yeah, no, I graduated high school, though, in West Virginia with a 1.86 GPA. Now, I know that doesn't sound great, but I was valedictorian, all right? Until our next-door neighbor won the Powerball. It was about $30 million at the time, and I thought, wow, is this going to change them? And the answer is it really didn't, and I was really blown away by that. You can see, I mean, they didn't move. They added on to their place, but they were really blown away with what, yeah, it's quite interesting to see how money changes some but not others. They invested in real estate, got into condominiums, you know, and things like that, which I thought was quite interesting. And I want you to think about the lessons that you learned. I know I learned a lot of lessons over the past year. You know, when people were whining and complaining, I looked at it as an opportunity to learn things. Number one thing I learned is become a leader in your life. Let me tell you the one-word definition of leadership. It's quite simple. Influence. The ability to influence other people. It's a powerful statement. Dr. Paul Hersey, who created situational leadership almost 40 years ago, created that definition because we confused the word leader with manager. And a manager is a title. And a leader is somebody that does something. You could be the front desk person at a hotel and be a leader if you can influence other people. Every aspect of this stuff that I've told you wasn't luck, but it wasn't handed to me either. They were hidden opportunities. Going to networking events, when you're a chicken cutter, you have to create opportunities. But you know what? If it looks like it, smells like it, it's probably not, but who knows who this guy is, and he might know somebody who knows somebody. I look at every person I meet as an opportunity, not to use them, but to be a connector. Change your whole mindset. Stop selling, try to connect. Be a connector. Let me know about you so I can tell you how I can help you. That's all I do. I don't cold call, I don't sell. 85% of our business is repeat or word of mouth, period. But what's prevented you? Well, there's some barriers. Judging instead of helping. It's so easy to judge other people instead of being a part of the solution. Getting caught up in other people's business. Everybody seems to do that. Everybody seems to be the expert on everybody else's life. Being aware of not only what, but who's holding you back. And a lot of times you're your own worst enemy. See, everyone in here, and I don't have a slide for this, but everybody in here has two fears. What if I'm not good enough? And what if I fail? Those are the two big fears that hold everybody back. What if I'm not good enough? And what if I fail? And you know what? When people get angry, that's a manifestation of fear. People only get upset because they're fearful. Now, this is really interesting to me. When I've put this up here, what other people think of me, I want you to think about it in terms of this. Next time someone tries to have a little attitude with you or they try to criticize you, I want you to think two things. Number one, if someone's criticizing you, you must be doing something right. You see, most people have the fear of success, not the fear of failure, fear of success. I won't be able to handle the success subconsciously, so you sabotage it. I see the ways I might disappoint people. If I do this, I don't know, like what if it just doesn't work? See, people aren't really afraid of success but failing after they achieve the success, and this is the mentality. The mentality is that it hurts way more to fall from 50 feet than from 2 feet. So I don't want to try real hard. Your business brand's really easy. Why do customers remember me? What are you doing? Are you leaving that note that says, please pay me cash? Or are you doing something memorable? Problems are going to happen. You just take accountability and move forward. How do they feel after they deal with you? How will they find me? Social media is the way to go. Internet marketing is not a way, it's the way. My 4.5-year-old daughter knows how to use an iPhone, knows how to upload pictures on Facebook. At 4.5, we are just at the curve of this bell curve that's going to rocket to the sky.
The challenge that actually we're faced with is people that say, well, I'm not familiar with these philosophies. But once we cross over that hurdle and they speak to other customers that use this year after year after year, it all makes sense, and it typically ties in together.
You have to identify and put a price on what are you willing to sacrifice and do to maintain your integrity. Look at your willingness to serve, willingness to go beyond the call of duty. And all you got to do is be upfront. I want to be transparent. I make mistakes, and sometimes my team makes big mistakes. But I can't blame the team. I blame me. I take accountability. You take accountability. And people will respect you more. And by the way, if they don't, what you think of me is none of my business. But I know I'm doing the right thing. And I think the ultimate is just really that social intelligence, what I call sensory acuity, just being aware of what's going on around you. You guys are here. Let me tell you why you're the top 1%, top 1%, top 1%, because most people don't care. They'd rather sit behind a desk and go to a job that they hate and want to complain for. When we said earlier about strategy versus luck, strategies are the keys. But part of strategies is having objectives, and part of objectives are making them clear, making them real, and making them concise. See, that's why New Year's resolutions don't work. I'm going to stop smoking. How'd that work out?
When I walk off the stage, I want to leave a lasting impression. You know, a lot of times people go to seminars and 3 months later, all they remember was the bad steak they had at the hotel. And I want it to be more than that. It's not a temporary motivational thing. It's an inspirational thing that inspires people to want to change the way they do business and make a difference in other people's lives. I talk a lot about gratitude. I talk a lot about serving. I talk a lot about, you know, in living in the moment, because you can have the best system in the world, but if you don't believe it and you don't live it, then it doesn't really matter. And so walking off the stage and giving people that opportunity to do something with purpose, to reach the potential that they deserve, that's to me a success.
Here's some communication tips. Body language, we talked about that. That's the most important thing. How do you present yourself? How confident are you? Can you tell if somebody walks in a room and they're not that confident? You know, how do you carry yourself? And I know this is basic. This stuff here, you should know, and you do know, but yet we fall into that comfort, and comfort destroys progress. You get so comfortable doing something a particular way, it's hard to change. Passion, do you have the passion it takes to succeed? Would you agree that passion outweighs knowledge? I would think so. Now, there are rules to that. I wouldn't want to go in for heart surgery and he goes, hey, I am confident we could do a good job for you and we're going to make this heart awesome. I'm like, really? How many have you done? Well, none yet. But I'm passionate. You know, like that's different. But in our business it is. It's truly contagious to be able to have that passion and having fun. Life is about fun. Life, when you're having fun, will make you live longer. Resentment will kill you. Things.